As they sat there during the week, these people that are dying, some can't eat, they can't function, they're in pain, they have very restricted lives, they've got tubes and, things come, it's just horrible. You can see the anguish on the face, the pain, the slight movement, the cringe, all this stuff. You can see the dark cloud that just rests over the top of their life. You can see this is really a big deal. It's just sucking the life right out of them. It's real tough to see that kind of stuff and think, there's a large part of the church that's created room for this. This is just, God's allowed it. No, He's not allowed it. He put a gun in your hand and said, shoot that thing. We allowed it. Suddenly people start realizing, oh, this wasn't from God. That means I can fight. It's tough to fight when you think it's your Heavenly Father that's just trying to help you to be a good Christian. Few things nauseate me more than that. I'd get arrested for child abuse for doing that, if I did that to my kids. And the thought that anyone could think that God is that way is just extremely disturbing. I need some people that will agree with me. I want some folks to get provoked and say, you know what, it's really possible for Redding to be cancer-free. It's possible. It's possible to give place to God where He could come and inhabit on this piece of property to such a degree and a dimension that every rebellious cell that's working against the health of somebody's body, when they step onto this property, that's destroyed. It's possible because it doesn't exist in heaven. And He said, on earth as it is in heaven, His standard is the only standard worth reaching for. His standard is the only one worth praying for. His is the only one scratching and clawing and fighting for. Learning to take by violence through the expression of faith, that realm. It's got to matter to somebody. And I sat to it, just tears in my eyes again, saying, this is wrong. This has got to matter to somebody. This is illegal. I have been given the authority of heaven to come against that devourer. Will somebody stand? Will somebody cry out for this thing to be broken off of people's lives? It's not tolerated by God. It's tolerated by the church. It's the church that's created stupid doctrines to allow for affliction to dominate people's lives, and we call it God. It's not God. It's still the devil. The devil still has the job of killing, stealing, and destroying, and you have authority to cancel the job. That's who you are. That's your assignment. You're on this earth breathing air because of that assignment. It's not just about physical healing. It's about every area where He has come and He's stolen. Faith actualizes what it realizes. Faith takes what you see in the unseen and it forces it into natural reality. That's what it does. Oh, this crisis here, this crisis here. I don't care. It's not that I don't care about it. It's just, it doesn't move me. All I'm moved by is what God has said His will is. All I'm moved by is the pattern that Jesus gave to us. That's got to matter. It's got to matter enough that we shape the way we view the world and view circumstances around us by how we live. Jesus healed everyone oppressed by the devil. Period. Every single person that came to Him. He never once said, man, I'd really like to be able to heal you, but the Father's just using this to make you a better person. Today's not that, there's a time for these things. And as I'm looking at the Father, and I only do what He's doing, and he right now, He's just not healing you. Sorry. Wigglesworth had a secret. He said, if God's not moving, I'll move Him. It wasn't an arrogant statement. He knew that he had an authority based on this word. He knew that he had written authority to carry out the mission that Jesus had. He knew that it was in black and white, paid for in blood. He knew that it was his possession. And Wigglesworth would come into a meeting, if God was not moving powerfully, he would move him. How? He would move into a place of faith where God was moved by what he did. As if I don't see it happening, then I'm going to start to poke holes in the heavens with faith and start declaring the word of the Lord. Something about the testimony. All you got to do is just start talking about what Jesus has done.